Welcome to another exciting episode of Slapboxin with your shadow. I'm your host, uh, with the number one hit song in Japan. People do stupid things because people are stupid. Far East Way. And yeah, fam, we in the midst of Golden Week. Yeah, fam, Golden Week. Basically, in the Japanese calendar, all of these national holidays kind of form into one super week of day offness. And yeah, it's not a day off for everyone, clearly, because that wouldn't be beneficial to Japan and the work ethic. Uh, these cats, it's all about staying late, overtime, little sleep, little pay. And that's a good worker. But even more so now because everybody's in lockdown. Tokyo's in lockdown, Osaka, Kyoto, Kobe, and for whatever reason, in Nara, in Mie, and in one other one, the COVID cases are going up, but the governors was like, "Nah, B, we good," and they didn't have a lockdown. But yeah, so this next 4 weeks, no, 5 days, 5 days is supposed to be time you go back to your hometown and, say what's up to your family, visit your grandparents' graves if your grandparents are dead, and, do the thing. But everyone's like, stay your ass at home. And that's apparently a tough thing for people to do. And a lot of people on social media and interviews on television and shit, they all saying the same stupid shit. Like, oh, I need a break because I work so hard, or, this is the only time I have vacation time. And it's like, dude, we had to do this last year. Remember that shit? And it's like, if y'all would have listened instead of doing your, oh, well, that's everyone else, not me, then, we probably be over this shit. But instead, we're doing like third, fourth wave now, and it's like everyone's tired of doing precaution. Everyone's tired of listening to politicians talk about, okay, we're going to shut this down, we're going to close things off, and people who have those businesses, they losing money. They tired of losing money. I get it, but it's whatever for me, especially right now. Uh, got news back home. Hey, it's interesting because, like, okay, another police shooting. So the police in the U.S. continue to add to the debt of trust that they'll probably never pay off. And then there was a shooter in L.A. and the cops was like, yeah, he had a crazy arsenal. And I was talking with my brother like maybe 2 weeks ago, talking about the ammo shortage. There's an ammo shortage in America. And like some of the gun nuts that I follow on YouTube, they were like, it's a conspiracy by the Biden administration to keep us from having the guns. They're going to take our ammo and take our guns. And it's like, dude, for having an ammo shortage, there's a lot of shooting still going on. But, I don't get it. I get some of it. Because like everything's connected, you know what I mean? It's like the whole it's just like, where do you start though? It's like, because everything's connected. The whole thing about Trump supporters and the QAnon and all that stuff that happened is because people were feeling like disenfranchised. Not no disenfranchised is the wrong word. That's definitely the wrong word. It was more like when people don't feel valued in their community, in their family, or in their circle, it gives off a negative, toxic, narcissistic, sometimes violent behavior. It's like that's proven. And the studies I was looking at. The studies I was looking at. Yeah, the study I was looking. No, studies see, English grammar is all in my dome piece. Let me give a shout out to coffee one time. The research that I was research. All right, the shit I read said that remember back in like, I don't know, 2005 when the economy fell out and shit, and then like that summer came around and the jobs that high schoolers would usually get were getting taken by like baby boomers and shit because they they were they were trying not to lose their house. So then like people who didn't have money started getting angry and started wilding out in other cases. So in the same sense, all the promises that Trump was talking about, the economy's getting better and America is getting back to work and all that bullshit, it wasn't happening. They weren't seeing it in their bank account, so they had to blame it on somebody. Same thing in World War II when Germany had to pay back that ridiculous ass debt from World War One. Thank you, Allied forces. That was totally legitimate. And they were like, well, who do we blame it on? It's not us. We didn't lose the war. It was the Jews. It was the Jews that did it. And then that's what trickled down in the whole Holocaust and World War II. And we're the superior race. And then Japan thought that at the same time. And so then they kind of joined forces. And it was like, we're the superior race on our respective parts of the map. And yeah, it's weird how when people run out of resources, they got to blame somebody. Or when it becomes like some kind of, I need to do more research on it because it was all connected in the way that I was looking at like the studies and the surveys, and young men are what like now in the US young men are more likely to die of an overdose. They're more likely to die of gun violence. They're more likely to drop out of high school, which I didn't even know was still a thing. Yeah. And it was like that part of not being able to feel valued leads into relationships like the opposite sex or sex in general, sexual orientation in general. And it's like having the conflict and not being able to have that physical or like species connection. We're human, we need to embrace one another. And the quarantine or just being a social outcast or not fitting in anywhere, you want to fit in somewhere, and you'll do anything you need to do to fit in with somewhere. And you see that same mentality in business, you see it in office politics, you see it in politician politics. You see it in gang mentality. You see it in organized crime. It's like people are tired of being broke. Well, I know a way for you to get money. And it's like, well, as long as it keeps me from being hungry, yeah, I'll shoot that fool. Yeah, I'll sling that dope. Yeah, I'll kidnap that person and sell them to this person. It's a dark shit, fam. Yeah. And yeah, I'm here. Trying to get my shit together. Shout out to dark chocolate. Trying to stay away from liquor during this whole, kiss my ass. Okay, hold on, folks. Fuck around. Deprive me of chocolate. What I think this is. Alright, so yeah, okay. That mug must have melted or something. Dark chocolate, folk. Fuck around. Get stabbed in this bitch. Alright, so like I was saying, I'm trying to not drink during Golden Week, right? Because the way I worked it out, I got 9 days off, which is kick ass. So this goes into my whole working on a better me shit. I'm cussing a lot. It's frustrating, and that's how I express myself when I'm frustrated. I cuss a lot, and it's like this weight problem I got. Like I got this fucking eye infection, right? I don't know what happened. It's like the same thing happened last year, where like something got in my eye, and then it swelled the fuck up, and then I had to do, what do you call it? Those eye drops. There's a name for them. So I had to put those joints in, until the swelling went down. Same shit happened again last weekend. I was like, dude, this is happening around the same time. But whatever. So, and trying to get this Japanese under my belt, honest and truly, folk, I'm talking to myself about like, dude, you should have left. You should have been left Japan. You knew you should have been left Japan, right? But I'm still here. And I could go back to the States. It ain't nothing but a plane ticket, you know what I mean? But it makes no sense to leave something stable for something unstable just because I don't like it here. You know, I don't like it here no more. You know, the beer vending machines and the anime and the cosplay and the ramen. Yeah, all that shit played out, fam. I'm ready to go. It's like, yeah, man, I'm good. And it's like, the world's forever changed, man. This coronavirus has revealed so much about ourselves to one another. That is ridiculous. So for me, you know, being the change I want to see in the world and shit, it's like being comfortable saying no, being comfortable with being 40, like truly comfortable. You know, I got hashtags and pictures and this, you know, to kind of talk my way through silly shit. But, you know, I'm still not comfortable. I'm like, dude, this here, like, it wouldn't be so bad if I could cut this in right here. Because this little patch want to grow faster than anywhere else on my head. So even in the desert, you know, you got this one utopia, and even the planets is like, what, you know, but yeah, it was hot as hell today. And so I didn't wear the cap in class. And I walked up in there, and sure enough, people were like, eh? No, I just said, say that. I was like, say something, dude. Say something so I can beat you up and go home early. But, you know, that wasn't the case either. But, yeah. I'm going to shave it off during Golden Week. I think it's time. I'm going to buy some clippers when the malls open back up. I'm going to buy some clippers and go about my business and just go back to ball. And then I want to see what I want to do with all this, because this is a lot. It's fun, you know, maintenance and, you know, the oils and stuff. I enjoy the oils. You know, I'm reading a lot about, you know, natural, organic everything's and putting it on your skin and ingesting stuff that isn't poisonous, and how much coconut oil you should be taking per. Did you know you're supposed to be taking technically 2 tablespoons of coconut oil a day? I have not been. And for good reason. Studies also show that you should not be eating or ingesting coconut oil more than a teaspoon at a time if your body's not used to it, because it can cause nausea and loose booty syndrome, and we can't have that. Not in all the dry cleaning suits I got. No. We will not be having that or walk butt or anything like that. So walk butt is from what's that group's name? Dormtainment. Dormtainment was a sketch comedy troupe that was on YouTube. They're probably still on YouTube, but they're not the same group as they were back in 2015 when I needed, you know, comedy, and YouTube was like my only social connection. Dude, they did this sketch where it's like, oh, yo, I need you to run me up to my girl's house real quick. And dude was like, your girl don't live that far. He's like, yeah, but I'm not trying to show up with the walk butt. He's like, what's walk butt? He's like, you know, when your booty wet and your ass is moist. That's my shit, dude. When your booty is wet and your ass is moist. Yeah. So dry cleaning, no, that's not gonna be it. So yeah, caution when taking in tablespoons of coconut oil. Yeah. You know, just being like, I'm getting these weird aches and pains and shit. Yeah. And it's like, that's when you know age has befallen you. You know, like, man, why the hell's my elbow hurt? don't even do shit with my elbow. It's like, I play tennis. Like, my ankle, what the hell? And it'll just spring on you too. Like, I'll be walking, and all of a sudden, like, I got a limp, and then the limp turned into like a full hobble. It's like my body's slowly shutting down on me. I gotta stop, put my bags down, and stretch on the side of the road. So it's like people driving by like, what the hell is he doing? Yeah, man. And it just comes from not doing it regularly. Or at least that's the lie I'm telling myself in order to do it regularly. Wake up in the morning, do your stretch, do your light workout, just enough to, to wake the body up. Go in, take your shower, and then before you get out the shower, do like 30 seconds cold shower. You don't throw your whole cold shower on. Like, you don't shock your system. You're gradual. You slowly, and then you slowly. And then when you get that first whoop, that one, that's when you stop. And you just breathe. You just take in the air, let your whole body, we're back in Milwaukee. Why are we in Milwaukee? No. We still in Japan. We still good. Yeah. So just doing all that, hopefully the change will make me feel better. And then by feeling better, I won't let so much stuff bother me. You know what I mean? Kind of level me out. Yeah. Or at least that's the goal. So, I might have a glass of wine. Oh, like I was reading this joint, right? I'm doing a lot of research just on myself. And I kind of like it, It gives me something to do rather than look at Instagram and watch the same YouTube comedy stuff, like Tony Baker stuff. Like, yeah, I practically got dude's whole stand-up routine memorized, and I can like redo some of the voiceovers and shit. And it's like, that's when you watch it too much. Like my man back in the day, what was Cass? Okay, can't say his name. I can't say his name, but we'll give him a super fly name. Doctor, because he is doctor now. Dr. Super Smooth Bald Head Q. Because he was a Q. Is a Q. Once you're a Q, you're always a Q. Yeah. Super Bald Head Q. Or Dr. Super Bald Head Q. So Dr. Super Bald Head Q said one time, he's like, yeah, I go to the library, but he's like, oh, yo, like one of my friends was like, hey, did you know you could like rent videos at the library? He's like, but why though? It's like, well, you laugh and it's funny. It's like, yeah, but you've seen that stuff a million times already. You don't need to keep watching it. Learn something new. And we were all like, yo, he's deep. Learn something new. Go to the library and read a book. I'm so stupid. Small cries for help, ladies and gentlemen. That's all these are. Yeah, so Dr. Super Bald Head Q was always dropping that knowledge, and it's like that now. So now when I have like goofy thoughts, like I wonder how much coconut oil I should be putting in my coffee, or where can I get collagen not in a powdered form that costs $60? And turmeric. Is it better to take it in pill form? Because I could try to cook, but I suck at cooking, and it seems like I always add too much turmeric to anything I'm trying to cook. Like, I'm cooking rice, and it's like, that's way too much. Anyway, so yeah, the research I was doing, see, I done fell down a rabbit hole, forgot what the fuck I was looking in the rabbit hole to begin with. Let's move on. I'm sure I'll find something else to bring me back to why I was talking about the Dr. Super Bald Head Q and doing research online, being happy about it. Final Fantasy 14 coming out with the final patch now, so I might as well catch up with that. I mean, the thing I hate about Final Fantasy 14 patches is that it's basically just a bunch of cutscenes and stories. You get three dungeons added, and maybe if you're lucky, the half patch will have a new raid. But it's like you spend 6 hours worth of content just reading shit. And that's good. I mean, some of the story is good, but like I did a whole quest, and the quest was nothing but a story. It's like it wasn't even a quest. I went to one dude, he said go here, talk to one dude. I went over there, talked to one dude, and then went to a cutscene. And the cutscene lasts for like 20 minutes. It's like, dude, this wasn't no quest. Like, just put that on YouTube and be like, if you're interested, go here. Now, let's go fight this boss one time for the one time. So I can do that. But really, though, about being on my Japanese study for this week. It's like, okay, oh, that's why I was talking about the research. So, about drinking wine. The research I did was telling me that if you are going to drink, you should keep it within like the amount of alcohol. It's not so much the calories, it's just how much your liver can process. And so it's like when your body, when your liver isn't processing alcohol, it's burning fat or helping to burn fat. So I'm like, oh, shoot, let me do that. And they're like, yeah, you can enjoy one shot of hard alcohol a day or 300 milliliters of beer or 4 ounces of red wine a day. And I'm like, damn. I tried that once. I did. Like I bought, I had the teachers because of that bullshit that was popping off a few weeks ago. And I was like, okay, one shot. Wow. I took it slowly, very slowly, sipped it, let the air do the slurp joint and let the aeration and it fills the palate and you taste the nuances of the peat and the musk and the oak and all that. I was like, yeah. Oh, what was that? Was that apple? Was that apple on the back end? I should try one more just to be sure. And yeah. And then next thing you know, we about 2/3 into the bottle, like, all right, I guess that's one. Okay. One more Tony Baker voiceover, and you gotta take a shot every time he says cram. I'm gonna take a shot. Oh God, that's the next one, man. When COVID finished and everything, we all gonna get together and we're gonna play cram shots. Every time Tony Baker says cram, or we'll spin the wheel. He got so many catchphrases. It's like I love when he was doing like the whole, what was it, the skit scat skiddly dee. Every time somebody fell over or something, that shit was hilarious. Oh fuck's sake, man, that's good stuff. Yeah, but that's where I'm at right now. And hopefully, not drinking excessively. But I have to go ahead and just put that not drinking on it. Because if I give myself that cushion and say, oh, well, maybe a one, or maybe two, it turns into one, maybe 2 bottles, you know what I mean? And, I drink wine way faster than I drink hard liquor, but, it doesn't trade off. Like, I can run through a bottle of red wine and be like, all right, and do the same thing the next day because it doesn't destroy my insides. And then like if I do whiskey, I just have to stretch whiskey very long. So I have to, take a shot and then sit or just take slow sips and then just kind of gradually. A bottle of whiskey will last longer. The effects will be a little bit worse. But the flavor, in my opinion, is better than some of the wines. But then again, I'm not really kicking in the amount of money that I kick in for whiskey. So if I kind of up the price on my wine collection, maybe I can have the flavors that I enjoy from a nice medium price. Anyway, maybe I'll get back into being in shape and feeling better about myself. And, the little aches and pains will be gone. But, most of these aren't just old age, it's bad jujitsu. But, never mind. You know what? Yeah, never mind all that. That's a bunch of personal shit I need to work out on my own. Not with wine, not with alcohol, just with coffee and coconut oil and some dark chocolate. So, yeah, wherever you at. Take care of you and yours. And yeah, good night and good luck.